I would just encourage people to pay attention for 1 week to how much time you're actually getting outside. Now, a few people will already be getting a lot of time outside, but just pay attention. How much time each day do you actually get outside without sunglasses on, and just measure your total exposure to outdoor time, let alone sunlight. I think that's just an important experiment for people to do. And because when one does that, you start to realize, my goodness, I'm hardly getting outside at all.
Yeah, there was a study that was done looking at just this, except they actually used watches that was able to detect how much light. It wasn't infrared light, but just total light. And the name of the study was basically, dark days and bright nights. And that is associated with higher mortality. We know, of course, about bright nights not being good. So not having a dark room to sleep in, these are things that can impair melatonin. That's associated with all sorts of bad things. But the dark days was something that we really had not seen, and it was very interesting. They actually could show by the hour that if you were having light coming in, exactly what that did to your mortality. And mortality went up dramatically as you were still in daylight about midnight, but right around 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, if you were out there and you're getting light, now instead of light being a liability, it was now a benefit. Incredible. And it dropped dramatically.
I also want to point out that when it's raining out or when it's very cold out, even when it's dark and cloudy, quote unquote, dark and cloudy, there's far more photons coming through the cloud cover during the day than at night. People, I can't tell you, if I had $1 for every time somebody said to me online and in person, there's no sunlight where I live.
Exactly.
Listen, go outside on the shortest day of the year.
Yeah.
Go outside, folks, and look at how bright it is at 10 a.m. or even 2 p.m. Compare that to the middle of the night. There is sunlight. Unless you live in a cave, there's sunlight all year round. It's just striking. So this morning, it's for Southern California, it's pretty overcast today. It's a misty rain, a little bit more. And I didn't want to go outside and get my sunlight this morning, but I know I was going to be in studio all day. And so I went downstairs and I put on a beanie cap and a hoodie and I just got outside with no sunglasses and got some sunlight in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's really bright outside even when it's raining.
Yeah.
It's really bright outside even when it's storming. And I think people somehow, they think that if it's not a clear sunny day, there's no sunlight to be had.
Correct.
And there are many gems that you're providing us today, but one key takeaway is I want people to understand there is sunlight all year round.